everybody. For today's brand deep dive, I am here with Jeff Lewis from Propelled Brands. Thanks, Jeff.
Hey, Lisa, so good to be here with you today.
I appreciate it. I love this brand, and I have to admit, some of the Salon Suite models had been flying under my radar, and all of a sudden I'm like, Jeff, I need you. I've got 3 people that are interested.
Yeah, no, I'm always happy to talk about My Salon Suite. It's such a fun and creative brand, and always excited for an opportunity to share our brand with other people.
Yeah, so I definitely think this is one more for my investor type, right? These are the ones, Lisa, I don't want a lot of employees. I don't want to have to live in the cooler in the restaurant, but I want to make some decent money.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I feel like you've just spoken about our average franchise partner to a T. These are people from corporate America. They're typically people with a portfolio of investments. They may have other businesses they own, and they're just looking to diversify, right? And they're looking for something that isn't going to require a lot of their time, and it's a perfect model for that, for sure.
Yeah, so talk a little bit, what is My Salon Suite? What franchise is that?
You know, you could almost call it a real estate investment, but really it's an investment in the health and beauty space, a place to create, a business incubator for health and beauty professionals. Typically, these are people that are coming out of full service salons and day spas and things like that. They're renting suites from you to be able to run their business and become entrepreneurs and be in business for themselves, sometimes for the first time.
Right, so think of it, these are what, 8 to 10 or more rooms than that. Your customer is actually those people in that industry, right? So hair, nails, eyelashes.
Exactly, yeah. We're typically building 6,000 to 8,000 square feet, which is yielding about 30 to 40 suites for health and beauty professionals.
So a lot more than I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah. We build it based on the number of health and beauty professionals in your area. We can tailor it to the size of the community that you live in. These are people that are all over in the health and beauty world. Everything from people that do tattoos, people that do nails, people that do hair, people that do Botox, teeth whitening. If it's in health and beauty, you name it, they're leasing suites from us. We're starting to see even some influencers now renting our spaces to promote products, and they can create their backdrops and things like that. It's an inexpensive place for them to come in and create content. So it's really cool to see what people in the health and beauty space are using our suites for.
Okay, excellent. So talk a little bit about what the owner's responsibility is. It seems to be a little heavier in the beginning. They're doing a little bit more heavy lifting, but then just kind of talk about that day in the life in the beginning, and then once those suites are starting to fill up.
Yeah, in the beginning, the franchise partner will be working really closely with our real estate team to find the right real estate and negotiate it. Our real estate team does a lot of that heavy lifting, but the franchise partner is certainly involved in that process and makes the ultimate decision. Once a lease is signed, that's where the work begins as far as leasing out your suites and pre-leasing them during the construction phase. We got a lot of our franchise partners open 100% full because they did a great job during construction, educating health and beauty professionals about the suites that they have for rent.
You gotta love that business model.
Yeah, absolutely. Already past break even before you even open, right? Some people can do that. Ongoing, it's really just to make sure that their members are being taken care of. As far as if there's maintenance issues, they're addressed quickly by a maintenance crew, making sure the cleaning people are showing up and doing the job that they're supposed to do. I think our most successful franchise partners, they've been very successful in their life, and they like to take those members under their wing a little bit and almost kind of be a mentor to them as they're starting out in business for themselves. It's not required, but certainly I think our franchisees that have the most fun do a little bit of that with their members.
No matter what, I don't care what business you're in, it's relationships, right? And even if it's not a requirement in order to sell and build your business, there's a culture there. And so I think I know a couple of owners, and they're not there every single day, but they're checking in, they're making sure business is going well, even giving some business tips. Generally these are younger type first-time business owners, and so this is a huge step for them. So
you're absolutely right, Lisa.
That's very cool. Very cool. So talk a little bit. Do these guys have real estate background?
We have franchise partners from all kinds of backgrounds. They don't need to have real estate background at all. In fact, we got a fantastic real estate team that will help them with the real estate. It's more about making sure that they have the funds to be able to do it, and making sure that they can devote, that 6 to 8 hours a week to run the business ongoing. We teach them everything they need to know. They get the training to run the suites. They have an incredible operations and marketing team that supports them and helps them through every aspect of the business. Obviously, we have a great network of franchise partners that are part of it and are there to make sure that their fellow franchisees are successful. But really, it's more about making sure they have the right working capital and that they can invest that time. And it's not necessarily on-site time. A lot of it they can run right from their phone using our SuiteForce app.
Talk a little bit. I think we always have kind of a hot seat question in this podcast, whatever you want to call it. And I think the question that comes up with us, the Salon Suite model, is that is it so simple that you don't need a franchise for it? And obviously I am pro franchising and get that question on some that I look at people and go, are you kidding? And this one, you almost can see it, but we've talked about all of the support and truly like that real estate piece. I don't care how good you are, that real estate piece is so important when that franchisee is starting out. I mean, they're saving sometimes thousands and tens of thousands of dollars, right? Lease negotiation is huge here. But talk a little bit about the support those franchisees get as being part of a franchise brand.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten calls, and our real estate team has gotten calls from landlords that have leased to an independent person trying to run a salon suite. And they've made so many mistakes in the real estate and the build out that they're not able to get to profitability. Okay. And so it's critical to have the right real estate deal. And it's critical to build in the right way so that you can maximize revenue. You want to get that construction piece right, and we help you with that. Two things that we also do that an independent doesn't have access to is helping the franchisee fill their space with the best practices for marketing those suites. Everything from our digital marketing partner that helps them get our ads in front of the right health and beauty professionals, to the best practices for recruiting people, for offering incentives for referrals. They get a whole playbook, once that lease is signed, of how to fill those quickly. Finally, I would say, look at the benefits that we can provide our members as a huge network than an independent. Yes. I mean, everything from discounts on credit card processing for the members to save them money, help their members put more money in their pockets, to industry associations, to deals on liability insurance to run their business. There's so many things that we offer a salon suite owner and their members they simply wouldn't have access to as a franchisee. And overwhelmingly, our franchise partners would tell you that's worth the 5.5% per month right there, just to have those tools.
Talk about a little bit building on that, multi-unit owners.
Yeah, this is a fantastic model for multi-unit ownership. In fact, our average franchisee owns 3 of these locations. It does require, it's not a full-time job, right? And there's no on-site employees. And so it's easy to have multiples. So typically we're working in, people want to do a 3-pack or a 6-pack, we'll do that. We'll obviously sell one at a time as well. Sure. But this is a great model to be able to scale because of the time required to run the business.
Well, and I think that the answer kind of lies there for those of you that are watching. These are smart people. They have built a net worth of 7 figures plus in order to get into this business. If they understand the value that they're getting as franchisees in multiple unit franchisees, royalty is not that high as far as franchise standard goes. Looking to those people for that kind of counsel, really do your due diligence, do your validation. If you're thinking, I can probably swing this one on my own, because it seems that more and more people that I talked to had no idea how much that support was going to matter. And then now they can't imagine trying to run that business without it. Like, they're making more money with the royalty than they would have without it.
Absolutely. I mean, if it helps you retain one more member per month with those tools, you've made the money, right? I mean, being able to collect rent automatically through the app, the franchise partner doesn't have to think about it. The money debits right into their account on Monday morning, and they don't even have to think about it. So there's all kinds of benefits to being a member that's worth that. We help justify that 5.5% royalty.
Yeah, I love it. Talk a little bit about the numbers. So we just talked some about the item 7. So for those of you that are watching, if this is the first video, item 7 in the FDD is the portion that they talk about the total investment into the business. And in this business, we already talked about it's real estate. Most of that investment is going to be in the build out costs, because you're building out 30 to 40 suites, right? So talk about what that number looks like, and then also though where there's some wiggle room with TI and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have done in the last year or so, we've done value engineering into our system. We've really hit our vendors hard, and being part of Propelled Brands, we've got an amazing construction department that's helped us negotiate with our vendors to bring the cost of build out down. So our low end, the construction costs are around $353,000. On the high end, about $984,000. Part of that is offset by tenant improvement dollars. Again, part of our real estate process. Our team's going to go hard to maximize those tenant improvement dollars to keep our franchise partners' investment down. In total, when you look at a total investment with everything, signage, marketing, the first year of your insurance, the architectural fee, everything included, you're looking $675,000 on the low end to about 1.6, 1.7 on the high end is our item 7. So there is a range there, but a lot of it has to do with, finding the right space, negotiating those tenant improvement dollars. And then again, we brought those construction costs down to make it a easier investment to swallow for our franchise partners.
Which is good. I mean, no matter what, it's a big investment. I think one of the things, My Salon Suite, you have one of the sweetest item 19s in the industry, right? I mean, your item 19 is really transparent.
Yeah, I'm digging into all of our competitors' new FDDs, and so far it looks like our franchise partners are the most profitable overall. I mean, 42.8% EBITDA is our average EBITDA. That's almost $200,000 per location. So we're really proud of that number. And again, it starts with getting the right real estate, negotiating the right price, all those best practices to fill your suites, and then all those best practices to retain the people that are leasing from you. That's leading to the industry's highest profitability. And we're really proud of that. We're really proud of what we're able to provide our franchise partners and the amazing work that they do each day to maintain that profitability.
Absolutely. Yeah, the margins are great. It's, we say it all the time. It's not about what the top line is, it's how much you keep, right? That's what we want to help our franchisees figure out. I just love the model. I have so many people looking at it right now. As I dig into it too, it seems a little bit like a hidden gem in all this.
It really is. And I would say, if you're interested at all, let's start to work right away. Get you a copy of our franchise disclosure document and go through it, because markets are selling fast. We've got a lot of hot points in the country where we still got some great availability, but we are selling quite a bit. And people watching this that feel like you fit the profile or you at least like to explore it, let's explore it and see if it's a good fit for you. And if it is, let's get you some territories reserved so that you can start to build out your salon suites.
How long does that take usually, Jeff? I'm thinking a year.
Yeah, so typically about a year. Yeah, we say roughly plan on 6 months to find and negotiate your real estate, and then 6 months for permitting and construction.
Okay, so it's actually really similar to a restaurant with way less headaches.
Yeah, way less employees, way less headaches, way less equipment to buy. Absolutely.
All right, perfect. Well, again, if you are interested in this model for sure, please reach out. I can get you to the front of the line with Jeff, and the line's getting long. So I'm excited. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. If you're ready to take the next step, Integrity Franchise Group is here to help. Click the link below or reach out to us today to schedule an appointment. Let's work together to solve that franchise puzzle and turn your business dreams into reality. We cannot wait to connect with you.